Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. I was starting it off like we're doing the radio show, Phil. This is actually a behind the scenes look. Come on, man. Maybe I need some of
Got
this C4 energy. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a behind the scenes look of a radio interview. Of course, our guest, Phil from Silhouette Cities. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Mikey.
Yeah, man. Glad you can join us. We'll get started with the radio interview in a second. This video is sponsored by our C4 Energy affiliate link. Look, if you need pre-workout, if you need stuff to keep you up at night, C4 Energy, they got tons of flavors. They also have, if you need a little help with the testosterone area, they got some products for that too. And if you use our affiliate link, tinyurl.com/shop C4 Energy, we get a small commission, and we sure would appreciate if you do that as well. All right, so here we go, Phil. You sent 4 songs. Is there any, I guess, like order you want those in? We got Anchors Enough, Hanging by a Thread, and Snakes and Vultures.
Why don't we kick things off with Hanging On by a Thread, and then we could just run it in the remaining order.
Okay. Very cool. All right, here we go. Segment 1 in 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. What's up? We're back for another week. And yes, our guest is Phil from the band Silhouette Cities. Phil, how's it going, man?
It's going well, Mikey. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you for your time. We sure do appreciate it. And we can't wait to play your songs in the show today. But before we do that, we'd like to play a game in the first segment so the Rage Nation can get to know you a little bit better, okay?
All right, what do we got?
All right, we're going to play Smash or Pass.
All right.
And essentially, if you like it, you smash it. If it's not your thing, you pass it.
Got it. Sounds
All right,
easy
here we
enough.
go. Smash or pass. Guitar solos.
Oh, smash. Big time.
Who doesn't like, I would love to meet the record exec that was in a board meeting one day and he said, hey, guitar solos are played out. We shouldn't let our artists do that anymore because, a lot of times on these big record labels, you don't hear blazing guitar solos anymore.
Yeah. Seems like a dying art.
Yeah, I'd like to kick that guy in his crotch.
I'm big into air guitar, so I got to have the solo in there to work my air guitar.
Bro, I broke my big toe on an air guitar solo one time. It was to My Immortal.
Go on. What's that?
It was to an Evanescence song.
Uh-huh.
And I broke my big toe. I was around, and the next thing I know, I'm on the floor in crazy pain, and I had to go to work in a wheelchair. I was working retail at the time, and thank God we had wheelchairs. They were for the customers, but I took it anyway. There's no way. It was a Walmart store, so you know how big those stores are. Super. Sure. And I worked all the way in the back in sporting goods. There's no way I was walking to the time clock, then to sporting goods. No, I just grabbed one of those things. It was terrible.
That's too bad.
What's your favorite song to air guitar to?
Oh man, trying to think of some of my favorites. I mean, Slash. I love everything Slash has been a part of. Obviously, I'm an iconic guitar player. Fun. I was just listening to the new Velvet Revolver, or not the new Velvet Revolver, the original Velvet Revolver record. Just jamming away to like Sucker Train Blues and really those first 5 songs on that album.
Have you ever air guitared to the solo on Freebird?
Have I ever? Not all of it, but maybe bits and pieces here and there.
That's what I was fixing to say. It's a workout, bro. Me and a friend did it in high school, and we couldn't make it to the end. We were huffing and a puffing.
I bet.
All right, smash or pass. Public transportation.
It's there when I need it. I could pass though. I could pass, but there are times when public transportation has come through for me. So I was
Yeah,
happy to
see, I
have it
really
when I
don't have
needed
to
it.
deal with that being in a small town over here in Louisiana, but
Mhm.
Houston, right across the way, we've taken, um, I guess the train, or I don't even know what they call it. Um, I mean, they don't have a subway like you guys, but like,
Right.
oh God, it's like you walk in, it smells like urine. There's homeless people everywhere. It's a
Yeah.
terrible experience. Is it like that in DC?
Um, the metro here is actually pretty clean. Compared to like the New York City subway, but I'd say it's unreliable, broken down quite a bit,
Oh,
delayed quite a bit, catches fire from time to time. So
oh my goodness.
yeah, can be unreliable.
Wow, I would say so.
Yep.
What an excuse to be late for work. I was on the metro and it caught fire.
Well, the bummer was the one time I was on the metro. I was leaving work, trying to go home, trying to take my hour metro ride home, and yeah, within the first 5 minutes, it caught fire. Trying to get back to my house.
Oh my
This was a
goodness.
long trek back that night.
That's terrible. All right, smash or pass, cats.
I could pass on cats too, although we've got a neighborhood cat here who seems to hang out in our yard, and we've got a bit of rodent problem in the neighborhood. So I'm in with him, or he's in with me. He's kind of helping with the extermination of the rodents we have in the neighborhood. So that cat gets a smash.
Like, I don't know if you guys have like the big old, we call them daddy long legs mosquitoes up in DC. They're humongous. And they got these big old long
I've seen them. Yeah.
legs. And our cat, we have well, no, I guess it's domesticated that cat so much. We have taken every sense of wildness out this cat because obviously cats are great hunters when they're on the
Uh-huh.
outside. But this cat, even when those little mosquitoes come in, they can fly right past her and she cares not. She'll look at it and then go right back to sleep. And I'm like, kill it. Help me out.
We had a dog that was like a soft soul like that. We used to joke that if anybody ever broke into the house, she'd just she'd never bark. She would just roll over and be like, just pet this belly.
I saw a report on that. I can't remember if CNN or Fox did it, but they had a whole bunch of different dogs and their owners, and they staged like a break-in. And the little bitty dogs are the ones that tried to protect their owners. The big dogs, while you're outside looking in, they're barking and showing a whole bunch of stuff. But when you come in, they're just looking for pets. Their tails wagging and everything. But it was the little dogs who actually had the courage to get up there and try to bite the dude and like back him
Uh,
off. It was interesting.
that's fun.
All right, tofu.
I'm okay with tofu, but I prefer meat.
Mm-hmm. I love me
Yeah.
a good miso soup. Like going to like a Chinese buffet or anywhere that sells miso soup. I
Hmm.
don't. I tell you what, you get me a big fat piece of tofu in there, and it's like I'm not doing tofu at home, but I tell you what, God, so good. All right,
Yeah, if that's what we're having that night, I'm down with it.
smash or pass. IPAs.
Smash. I'm not very picky though.
Yeah, a lot of people they're not into the hoppiness.
I can see that. Yeah,
Do you like a
it's an acquired
citrusy?
taste.
Do you like a citrusy IPA, or you don't want to hide the hoppiness? You like the hoppiness.
It depends. I mean, when it's hot out, summertime, nice citrusy beer tastes
Yeah, but
great.
not much of a guzzler though. Like if you're looking to quench some thirst,
True, true.
you gotta sip on that bad boy. All right, being from DC, smash or pass? Politicians.
Oh, pass.
Yes. All right, pop punk.
Yeah, I'll smash on pop punk. I definitely grew up, on Blink 182, and trying to think. I mean, definitely Warp Tour. Going to the Warp Tour in high school. Trying to think of some of our favorites from that time. No Effects, Strung Out. Yeah, we were also very big into like some of the harder punk. Bands like Bad Religion, Death by Stereo. So yeah, definitely got a background with all kinds of punk, including pop punk. So smash.
All right, I got a question to ask you. Since you're in the '90s punk,
Mm.
MXPX, Move to Bremerton. Are you familiar with that song?
I could be. I may not know it by name. Oh yeah,
Okay.
did you say move to Birmingham?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is the Mandela effect, but I always thought I heard, I'm a sucker for a short hair girl with a pretty smile.
I'm not
But
sure. I Go ahead.
it's totally different on like the one that's on YouTube.
I don't know that song well enough to know what the what the lyrics were.
Yeah, like I think he
Have to dig it up.
says, I'm a sucker for, what does he say? But it's not short haired girl. And I always thought it was that.
We'll have to pull it up.
Dadgummit.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna have to get Mike on the
Sorry.
show one day. Maybe he'll come on. I don't know. But
Sorry, I couldn't
maybe
be
I'm
more
just
helpful.
making it up.
When in doubt.
I don't know. Espresso.
Yeah, I'll smash on espresso. I definitely big like just drip coffee in the morning, and actually need like half a pot to get going in the morning. But down with an espresso drink, a cappuccino.
Ugh. And one of the best cappuccinos I ever had was in a gas station, believe it or not,
Really?
in a Flying J.
Uh-huh.
I would imagine, being from DC, there's a lot of coffee shops everywhere with all the politicians needing that caffeine right before a session or whatnot. What's your favorite coffee shop around town?
Um, in our town, so I'm out in the burbs. I'm out in Virginia. In our town, there's a spot up the street called Benetics. Go there pretty frequently.
Shout out to Benetics.
Yeah, shout out to Benetics. Yeah, good little spot. Yeah, good stuff on a Saturday or Sunday morning.
Do you have a favorite barista there?
There, it seems like they're in constant. I don't know
Oh
if it's
no!
turnover, but somebody new every trip. It seems like.
Right?
Yeah.
Dadgum. All right, the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell.
I could count the amount of times I've been to Taco Bell on one hand, and I can't say I've had the Mexican pizza.
Oh
So that's a
man.
question mark for me. What do
Hmm.
you think?
Well, why haven't you been to a Taco Bell that many times?
I don't have a good answer for that. I don't know. Usually I guess stop somewhere else. You see a lot more like Mickey D's and BK, I guess.
And Taco Bell is the quintessential artist fuel.
That's it's good for fourth meal, right? Late night.
And it's the only, I guess, true dollar menu still left around.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance and you got a wild hair and you see a Taco Bell on the horizon, pull in, get a Mexican pizza. It will change your life.
All right. Well, we're coming up on dinner hour here. Maybe I'll treat the wife. I'll take her. We'll go out to Taco Bell.
Oh, wow. Look, do you have one in walking distance or you're going to have to drive?
We're gonna have to drive.
Okay. Oh, this is perfect. I need a full report via email how it goes.
Uh,
Uh-oh. We have some freezage. You back with us?
says,
Uh-oh. I think Washington put the kibosh on us. They heard us talking about the politicians. Bill, can you hear me? Phil's got a nice smile though. Look at that. Phil, I don't know if you can hear me. Ah, there you go. He'll log back on in a second. Excuse me. Waiting on Phil here. Sometimes this is what happens, folks. I mean, we got to rely on the internet. Sometimes the internet doesn't work. You know, the funny thing is, Phil probably had great internet all weekend until our interview. Just how it works. But yeah, if you swing over to our website, indierageradio.com, look, you can always request your favorite indie unsigned artist because hover over music, click request. Oh, Phil.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, I think they heard us talking about politicians. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Must be bugged in here or something.
They put the look, you're by Washington, D.C. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
And then plus, you know, we got our phones right by us. You know, they're listening to us. Come on.
That's true. I've been saying that, and I think you're right.
All right, let's see here. And the finale of Smash
right.
or Pass. Mullets.
Oh, Smash.
Yes.
Business in the front, party in the back, right?
Yes. Are there many mullets in the DC area?
I haven't seen one in a while now. But doesn't mean it couldn't make a comeback at some point.
Yeah. It may just be slowly moving up there because, man, I tell you what, dropping my daughter off to school, she's in middle school. There are mullets as far as the eye can see.
Really?
I mean, there's so many mullets.
The trends are cyclical. I mean, you know, every couple decades, stuff's got to come back.
Yeah, I talked to a band in Chicago the other day, and they said mullets are getting big over there too.
All right, maybe they'll break it there, and then it'll start to make its way out to the coasts.
Well, maybe you could be a trend starter.
Could be.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Smash or Pass with Phil. Great job, my man.
All right, thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the first track, which is Hanging On by a Thread. Tell us what this song's about.
Yeah, I think it's really about it. You know, at one point I started to notice, just a lot of, friends and, parts of being in relationships where, depression and anxiety was starting to be something I would notice. And, in every relationship, there's got to be a rock, right? So at one point, noticing it kind of happening all around me and going like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know if I can be the rock, So that's really, I guess, yeah, at the core, like the premise of what what this song is about.
All right, here it is. It's Silhouette Cities with their song "Hanging On by a Thread" right here on Indie Rage Radio. All right, very cool. All right, segment 2 in 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, indierageradio.com. We are back from Phil from Silhouette Cities. Check them out. And speaking of check them out, where can people find you on the internet, Phil?
Oh, sure. We're on all your favorite streaming platforms, your Spotify, Apple Music, all of them, Amazon, Deezer, Tidal. There's tons I'm leaving out. Pandora, we're on Pandora. iHeartRadio, really all of the above. Anywhere you can stream, our music is there. You could head to silhouettecities.com, which I know is hard to spell. SILHOUETTES ETTE cities.com. See, I even messed it up.
Yeah, I had to copy and paste it from your Facebook page because I was like, there's no way I can spell silhouettes.
We liked the way it sounded. We liked the alliteration, the S sound, silhouette, cities. It's just, yeah, we nobody can spell it.
But yeah, you're right. It's a great band name. I mean, like, especially like if
Thanks.
you're in a festival and people
Mhm.
are looking at the bill and they're like, okay, I want to be at stage, 2 at 3 o'clock because I got to check out this band Silhouette Cities because that name sounds badass.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, so and look, my handwriting has burned me more times than Wikipedia, so I hope this goes well. On your website, it says we've got roots in 90s alternative with a touch of no, this was from an email you sent me. We've got roots in 90s alternative with a touch of punk influences. Think Deftones meets Rise Against meets Stone Temple Pilots. And I tell you what, that's right in my lane, bro. That is right
Yeah.
in my lane. And I remember when I first started in radio, I was doing a show on the weekend, and one of our segments was when a new band came out, we would figure out who their parents were. And we were like, okay, so if Metallica and Pearl Jam had a baby, they would sound like boom.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I like that.
when you said that, I was like, oh, that resonates with me perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, those are all, those are the big bands for us growing up. Um, yeah, I think when everybody hears us for the first time, they go 90s. They hear that 90s alt rock, heavily influenced by. I mean, I was a big into all the Seattle bands, Soundgarden especially, but collectively, we were all into Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, of course. And then yeah, the Deftones, especially White Pony, big album for us.
Yeah, most definitely. And coming up in the next hour, go ahead and start thinking about this. We're going to talk about your Mount Rushmore of 90s bands.
Okay,
Okay.
I've thought about this already before, so
Yes. So you're already prepared. I like that. All right. So your next
I'm
song I'm going
ready.
to play is called Anchors. Tell us a little bit about this track.
Yeah, so there's one hand, it's about and stay motivated, and then the other theme is getting complacent and kind of calling myself out for losing that motivation and that creativity. So I think this song is more about the latter. Kind of wrote it in one of those periods, just kind of found myself being complacent, probably not being as creative as I wanted to, in kind of dead end relationships, things like that. So that was kind of where I guess the impetus for this song came from.
Here it is. It's Anchors from Silhouette Cities on Indie Rage Radio. All right. Very cool. All right. Segment 3 in 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. We are back with Phil from Silhouette Cities. Google it, Silhouette Cities. It will autocorrect you if you spell like me. And you will find this band. Go follow them, go like them, go stream their music, go buy their music, go get some merch and support Silhouette Cities because they definitely deserve our support. Now, Phil, tell me about the rock scene around in the DC area. Is it popping? What's going on up there?
Yeah, so it's funny because when I first moved here, there was kind of this sentiment that it wasn't a music town, but that's not really the case. The best way I heard it described was it's a fractured scene, and this is going back years, and admittedly, I'm kind of as I get older, getting a little more on the perimeter of it. But it's there. I mean, there's tons of music here. There's tons of bands of all kinds of different genres. You might have to try to seek it out a little bit. And there's venues pop up, but venues also tend to shut down. But I think the scene kind of rebounds and finds new avenues, and it's there. It there's festivals. I know there's a neighborhood in DC. Adams Morgan does something called Porch Fest every year, and it's just like it's a Saturday of just artists literally playing on porches all throughout this Adams Morgan neighborhood, porches of businesses, but also like literally
Wow.
people's front porch. So that's a lot of fun. So there's stuff like that, and like I said, all kinds of genres. There's hard rock, there's punk, there's blues. It's all here. Um, just got to seek it out.
Now, speaking of that, if we're at a Silhouette City show, is there a possibility we could see a senator or a representative in there?
Maybe, but maybe if they're undercover. I mean, I haven't seen one. Not that I've been aware of.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
maybe they come in with that. I don't know if you know who Dave Portnoy is from Barstool Sports.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they come in there with the little mustache that's like half fallen off.
Uh-huh.
It worked for him for a while, at least. All right, so let's talk about your Mount Rushmore of 90s bands. Give me your top 5 90s bands of all time.
Soundgarden. I mean, I'm a huge Chris Cornell fan, but also, Matt Cameron, the drummer of that band. Love him. Not only a great drummer, but great songwriter as well. Yeah, Soundgarden is huge for me growing up. STP, love STP. I would say, and I'm primarily a bass player. I would say, Robert Leo, underrated bass player in STP, and I would say probably, especially from like a rock aspect, biggest influence on my playing. Love Scott Weiland. Probably, I mean, definitely up there is one of my favorite frontmen from that era. Got to put Alice in Chains on there. What am I at, 3? Can you count Deftones as 90s? I think so, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get Chino and the Deftones up there. And I'm one short, and we got to get Pearl Jam up there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heavy Seattle presence. But yeah, I mean, they were all very profound, influences on me growing up.
Yeah, mine differs a lot from yours. Back in the 90s, I was the church kid who loved finding out new Christian rock. So the
Mhm.
90s for me was dominated by a lot of Christian rock. But here's my top 5. Number 1, Nirvana, because I
Sure.
absolutely ruined Nirvana CDs and tapes as much as I listened to them.
Uh-huh.
Number
Worn
2,
down.
POD, Payable on Death. Love me some
Like a little
POD.
Southtown, yeah.
Number 3, Weezer.
Yep.
The Blue Album rocked my world. One of the best albums ever. Number 4, the Orange County Supertones. I was into some ska.
Oh yeah.
And then number 5 for me, Switchfoot. Love me some
Okay, yeah.
John Foreman.
Very good, very good.
So your next song we're going to play is called Enough. What's the song about?
It's it's actually very very similar to the last tune, Anchors. It comes out of that just that feeling of catching myself getting just kind of complacent with where I was, and it's kind of a song to be kind of a kick in the ass. Get myself motivated again. So, like I said earlier, kind of especially come when it comes to the creativity thing. I could just kind of feel myself not being as invested in it at the time, and I was glad to get this song out of it. I mean, it's probably my favorite song on the record. Love the groove. When we brought it into the studio, it was actually originally supposed to be a little bit faster, and the producer we were working with, he immediately spotted the Deftones influence, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna slow this down, have a groove a little bit more like, be quiet and drive, right? So I credit him to letting that, slowing that down and having that sit a little bit more in the pocket, and love playing the riff, love the breakdown in the middle too.
Yeah, it's always great when you have a producer not only that has great vision and great sense of, song structure, but at the same time, someone that you can trust, that you're just not like, whoa, no, this is my song, dog. Like, we're gonna play it how I wrote it. You trusted him enough to say, yeah, bro, let's see if it works.
Yeah, yeah, it came
All
out
right,
great.
here it is. It is Enough by the band Silhouette Cities here on Indie Rage Radio. All right, very cool. Segment 4 is kind of like we're up against the clock type thing because it's right at the end of the show. So we're just
Mhm.
tying a bow on everything.
Cool.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. Sadly, we are at our final segment with Phil from Silhouette Cities. Make sure you go out there and find this band on your favorite social media and streaming platforms, Silhouette Cities. Google it. You'll find them there. Follow them, like them, buy their songs, stream it, go get you some merch. Do everything you can to help support this band because they absolutely deserve it. So, Phil, this is our final segment. We're up against the clock.
All
So we
right.
don't have much time, but what does the future look like for Silhouette Cities?
Yeah, so we are hopefully putting out music, new music, very, very, very soon. We've been working on it, self-produced. It's taken us a little bit of time, but it's been, great, great learning curve, right? And I think, um, we've had these songs in the can for a long time. Happy to just put it down on tape, quote unquote, and get them out there later this year. Hard to put a date on it. We're close. Just got a little bit more workshopping to do.
So the last song we're going to play is called Snakes and Vultures. What's the song about?
Yeah, I think the music industry notoriously has it's got a reputation for being a little bit slimy, right? So even at this level, even at this indie level, you can encounter people that are, they're trying to make a buck off of musicians that they can't afford it, and but they want to get, they want to build their followers, they want to get spins, and it's kind of about that, kind of about yeah, just the slime, I guess, that you can encounter being a musician.
All right. He is Phil. He is about to bring his wife to Taco Bell to go get a Mexican pizza.
That's
My
right.
name is Mikey O. We are out of here. We will finish the show with the song Snakes and Vultures from Silhouette Cities here on Indie Rage Radio. See you when I see you. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Appreciate the outlet. Just one, having a place to submit these songs, and have people hear them, and two, to do something like this. It's few and far between. I get to do interviews like this. Had a great time with you.
Yeah,
A
man.
lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, something, to have something like this to be able to pass around on socials, especially for us. We are not, we're not like a super active band right now, with that, given just everybody's in different locations. It's really more of a recording project at this point.
Yeah.
So every bit of like anything we can get to share out on socials and stuff like that is super valuable. So really appreciate you reaching out to me and asking to do this interview.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. That's our mission. We want to be a global
Yeah,
platform for you guys and play some great music along the way.
excellent.
So before you leave, if I could get a
Yeah,
drop from you, if you could say, hey, this is Phil from the band Silhouette Cities, and you're listening to Indie Rage Radio.
sure.
Whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, this is Phil from the band Silhouette Cities. You're listening to Indie Rage Radio.
Very cool, dude. All right, man. I appreciate
Awesome.
it. Good luck in the future, and I can't wait to hear some new tunes from you guys.
Excellent. I will definitely send them over to you when they're ready, hopefully within a couple of months.
Yes, please.
Excellent.
Thanks,
All right,
bro.
take it easy.
You as well.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.